Hey everybody, Lawrence here with 30 Basic Terrain coming at you with another one. This time around, I'm going to be reviewing the components of the Wrath of Ashardalon D&D board game. Now, this is a 4th edition rules board game. Has obviously been out for quite a while, but is still available for purchase on Amazon for $42.99, $43 here in the States at the time of this video. But this is not a how to play. This is just a straight up review of all the components. There's dungeon tiles, cards, markers, and a bunch of miniatures in here. And I just want to go over them and give my honest opinion. Is this worth $43? I don't know, but we will find out. But before we get to it, I want to give a big shout out to all my patrons. Your guys' help every month is greatly appreciated, and I cannot thank you enough. All right, let's get to it. Okay, it's standard box art. Yes, the shrink wrap is off of this, and I did purchase this at a flea market for $30 along with the Ravenloft version. But, nice box art. Red Dragon, cool. On the back, for 1 to 5 players, age 12 plus. Okay, yeah, I started playing around that time, I guess. But, nice back. Gives you an idea of some of the components. 42 plastic heroes and monsters, including a huge red dragon. Yeah, we'll define huge. 41 illustrated interlocking dungeon tiles. That's kind of cool. 9 illustrated hero and villain tiles. Rulebook, very handful. Adventure book. 200 encounter monster and treasure cards. 192 markers and tokens. Yeah. And a 20-sided die. Yeah, if you've picked up this box set and you don't have a boatload of 20-sided die, yeah. But anyway, okay, let's crack it. Yeah, and it even shows a little advertisement here for the Castle Ravenloft board game, which I already did a review on. All right, let's open this puppy up. Okay. Board game, adventure book. Okay, here's the rule book. Let's a little leaflet. Yeah, you can obviously tell here 4th edition stuff. Players, adventure just get started. Basically, buy more of our stuff. Okay. Rule book. I'm not going to go over it too hard, but introduction, little whatever game overview, number of players, D&D system, winning the game. Do you ever really win D&D? And game, well, it's a board game, so I guess so. And gives you a little bit of the setup. Start playing, taking turns, dungeon tile stack. This just goes over more and more stuff, rules, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Everything. It is just a nice, quick, not too heavy rule book, which honestly, if you're looking to break someone into D&D, this is actually pretty light. So before you can actually dive them into the $75 rule books, this is kind of a nice way to go. And of course, the adventure book, this gives you the scenarios and whatnot for whatever. Adventure 1, Day in the Life. Tells you how to set it up. Adventure 2, Monster Hunt. Adventure 3, Rogar's Gear. Adventure 4, Mysterious Chamber. 5, Closed Doors. Adventure 6, Campaign Against Clans. Find Secret Tunnel. Free the Captives. Sneaky Endeavor. The Vast Gate Ritual. Okay. The Vast Gate opens. The Wrath of Ashardalon. Assault on Firestone Peak Campaign. Okay. So you can actually do a campaign. Cool. Alright. Got that there. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I never actually. Yeah. Still got up. Well. Kitty got claws. Let's open this up quick. So even though I got this at a flea market, at a convention I like to go to, it's still in shrink wrap. I mean, someone just bought it and never got around to playing. So let's take this shrink wrap off. Ooh. Something satisfying about taking shrink wrap off. I don't know. Okay, dungeon tiles, little monster tokens, just different magic items. I think a lot of these just repeat over and over, but little condition token. The tiles are actually kind of cool. So, and it's nice thick card. So as long as you take somewhat decent care of it, it'll last. Next one. And more monsters. A lot of classic stuff, Kobold. I like kobolds. Durgar. A Goth. Some more decent tiles. More hit point tokens. Another condition token. As you see, dungeon tiles. It's all the same on the back here. And gives you a little bit here. Yeah. Treasure tokens, more that, dungeon tiles. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I'll put this somewhere. Alright. Different cards. Oh, I hate this stupid pick that string up. Let's open these cards up. Oh. Oof. Okay, yeah. And nice little card stock, I guess. Different spell powers for the. This has a very matte finish to it. These cards. Now, obviously, you'll need them for the game at some point for whatever, but I think they could have done a little bit better on the quality of the cards. These are kind of like they'll get beat up pretty quick. So I would if you ever buy a set like this and the cards are like dull and kind of, I would just suggest card sleeves. Yeah, but yeah, because you're gonna be playing with them and beating them around. So okay, these are out. Not bad. I mean, the cards are kind of nice. But again, they could have been a better quality. Yeah, okay. Actually, a rules card, which is good. Very. Oh. Alright, Kitty needs its claw out again. Ugh. Oh man, this is such a pain in the butt. There we go. Start to get it open, I think. Okay, some trap cards. Man, this is a pain. Oh, okay, I see here. There we go. Some roll cards, sequence of play. Okay. Which is a cool thing to have for, boons. Orcs overwhelmed. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what I'd had to read the rules to know what the individual cards mean. I never played 4th edition, so. Trap cards, animals, cave bear, a couple of them. Durgar, gibbering mouther. Oh yeah, that was a good monster. Grell, kobold. Love kobolds. Though I like the old school dog form of the kobolds, not this little dragon-born. Yeah. Legion devils, orc archers, snake reptile, magic sword. Okay. Skull. Okay. I have a feeling I'm missing something. Ah, I knew there was more. Yes. Back in quick. Like, there's a lot more tiles than that. Alright. Alright, pop out the kitty claw again. Yes, the kitty has claws. Alright, more tiles. Hey, we gotta have tiles. More hit point tokens. Condition marker, different, yeah. Horde chamber, okay, large horde chamber, horde, yeah, wow, okay. Horde chamber, dire chamber entrance. Okay. I mean, I'm more akin to scratch build tiles, but these are kind of cool. So, you know, and especially if you don't have space for to store scratch build tiles, these are a very good option. Tunnel, long hallway, vault. I mean, in all honesty, I will always pick scratch built tiles over these tiles, but because that's just me. I like to scratch build stuff, but I'm even from the previous set, I really like them, and these tiles I'm really liking too. The fact they interlock like puzzle pieces, very nice. Some character cards, some other different hazard. More tiles for the dungeon. Let me see here. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Yeah, traps. Encounter. Character things. Big boss monster tiles. More traps. More trap tiles. Ashardalon Red Dragon. Nice, actually kind of cool. The artwork's actually kind of cool. And a Goth, or Beholderkin, basically. Actually kind of nice. Start tile. I tell you what, I have zero complaints about the tiles or any of the tokens. Because they're actually really nice. I mean, straight up, they're nice. Alright, I'll wait for him. Alright, let's see if I can get these out of the way here. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, adjust this a little bit so you can see better. Get out the kitty claw again. I like the kitty claw. Alright, see if they did similar. Okay. It looks as though they did different monsters. They used different colors for monsters, heroes, and different whatnots. So that's very cool. Now let's actually check these things out. I'm liking the kitty claw, okay? Okay, and I actually tell you what they are on the bottom. Orcstone Shaman. And you know what, for Kobold. I mean, for single monoposed, single mold, you know, kind of miniature, they can only do so much, but these actually look pretty good for what they are so far. I mean, the orc's kind of but kind of cool. Velux Goth. Nice little set for something that's supposed to be floating. They just have them kind of like sitting on top of a little pile of rocks. Very nice. I mean, Durgar, I think. Yep. So like captains and big bad bosses here. These, for what they are, they're good. So far what I'm looking at is something that was taken as good as it possibly could. Got here, Durgar. Okay, these seems like basic troops, so kind of like this dark gray plastic. We got orcs. Orcs are always good. Yeah, right. This ain't 5.5, and I will never play. Orcs are nice people. No. Orcs are evil monsters. No. Orc archer. Looks very Lord of the Rings style, if you can tell. Another Durgar. Yeah, these look like kind of basic troops. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Uruk-hai. That's what the term I was looking for this orc. And this looks more like a bugbear. But they call it an orc, so hey. I would paint that up like a bugbear. Because. Alright, so we got red here. Or purplish, I don't know. Kitty claw. Oh, this is Race Drake. That actually looks kind of cool. The details are actually, you know what, again, for what they are, the details in this set are pretty damn good. Legion Devil. Little but again, human cultist. Yeah, of course you gotta have cultist. Snake. Very cool. Another cultist. The Legion Devil again. Seem to be like in threes for this more basic guys. 3 snakes. Okay. Again, very cool. Let's crack open the heroes because they're in blue plastic. I do appreciate the fact that the different levels or senses of miniatures or groups of miniatures are their own unique colors. I mean, if you want to go ahead and paint them, that doesn't matter then, but it is cool that, they will keep, you'll be at the board game and be able to tell what's what without painting them. Okay, this is Dragonborn Wizard. Okay, this one's kind of You would think for the heroes they would do, Elf Paladin. Again, very lacking. Human Cleric. Oh my god, this looks awful. No, they open up the heroes and oh dear lord, this is ugly. Half orc rogue. Oh my dear lord god, this is just bad. Let's see if I screwed up the dwarf fighter. Female dwarf. Oh yeah, yeah. This is just no. No. Really great for what they are. No, for on the heroes, it's like the ones you want to be as good as possible. They just eh. Those are miniatures. Ugh. Just bleh. Kitty claw. Let's check these out. Pinkly monsters that aren't crap. Ah, okay. A lot of different. This is cool that they did this with the different tentacles and stuff sitting out, so it doesn't get all bent and wonked. These are grells. Very cool. I really appreciate the fact that they put that in that. Put them in there. They didn't have to, but they did. See, how can they do such good details on these guys? I just completely phone it in on the heroes. Whatever. Little kobold. Cave bear. I see something like this. If you want to try and teach kids to paint, is perfect. You can teach them dry brushing. You know, give them furry animals to start with, because you can teach them the dry brush technique. That's an easy technique to teach kids to paint, and they can be happy because once they actually get the feeling of dry brushing down, they can paint a decent looking model. I know I always say it'll make them feel, the better it looks, the better they'll feel. So, and it's a definite good way of getting them into painting by teaching them to paint like animals with a lot of fur. Nice little kobold. Details aren't too bad. I just don't get it. Why they screw up so bad? There's another cave bear. Cave bear. This is gibbering mouther. So even that they could. Well, it doesn't look great. It's still, you can tell what it is. Different mouths all over the place. It's, that's kind of but they can't all be great. But I mean, I got one more to rip open. I'm still very so disappointed in the heroes. Okay, they're huge red dragon and the 20-sided die. Kitty claw. I like cats. Okay. Okay. Hopefully they did not fun it. You know what? Now I realize this was a multi-part that they actually assembled in the factory, because I could see the lines, the gaps. If you look really close, you can see a couple mold lines which would need to be removed. It's not the greatest, but again, for what it is and the material it is, it's actually pretty good. I'll be honest. Now, granted, if you ever want to paint these guys, wash them in some like soap and like decent soap and water, hot water or warm water, just to remove any mold release. Because if you would try and paint them right now as is, you're gonna have paint chips and stuff like that. So, all in all, with the exception of the heroes, the minis are really, really good. So, for what they are, they're not like they're not for like the multi-part plastic kits that have really good details and stuff like that. But for the being that they're one piece minis, they're good. So, Zero complaints, except for the heroes, which the details just look like bleh. All right, let me get off here, and I'll give you my summation of what do I think of this stuff. Hey, everybody, if you made it this far, it means you watched the end. And as always, I can't thank you enough. Standard YouTube crap, thumbs up, then, Discord, whatever. Okay. In a nutshell, the Wrath of Ashardalon board game. Do I think it's worth a $43 price tag as of this moment on Amazon? Yeah, I do. The minis alone make it worth it. Not the hero minis, because they were as far as I'm concerned. But all the different monsters, the fact they actually print, and for newer players, they actually have the names of the monsters printed on the bottom of the bases. A lot of different things. The details are, not the absolute best, but really good for what they are. The miniatures alone make this set worth it. Then you add in the dungeon tiles, all the tokens, and all the different things. The dungeons interlocking like a puzzle. Like I said, I'm always going to like scratch built tiles better than these card tiles. But these card tiles are actually really nice. So, absolutely, if you were on the fence about getting this set, because you saw it, it's like, it's 4th edition, blah, 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 blah. Get it. It's absolutely worth it. So, alright guys, no matter what you're making your terrain or playing a board game, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.